Hey guys, the Langbanger here. New deck profile for March of 2013, and this is Mermail. This is the New Age Mermail, the deck that topped Miami, topped a few regionals now, and let's hop right into it, shall we? You start off with 1 Abyss Lead, then you have 3 Abyss Megalo, 3 Abyss Teus, 3 Dragoons, 3 Infantry, 3 Marksman, 2 Diva, 2 Gund, 2 Pike, 2 Lind, Milling Glacier, and Gorse. So, the big thing that changed here was the Undone engine going out of my monster lineup, or deck. So, the reason for that is, while Undone can win you a whole lot of games, if you're playing it like this, you're going to have way more consistent hands. Now, you may not have as explosive plays at times just because, getting the controller was actually pretty cool because you can just flip Sphere and you can go into DeLorean or Gun Gear. You can't do that as much anymore, but now you have more searching through Teus, you have more summoning through Gund, and it actually works as a really nice engine. So, I wasn't a believer at first with this deck, but after playing it a little bit online, I can see the potential and the power in this deck. So I highly suggest that you guys try this out. Not everyone's using even more than 2 infantry, but I said this in my last Mermail profile, I absolutely love using 3 of almost everything. Just being able to always discard, I just absolutely love that. I mean, infantry, dragoons. I mean, dragoons would always be a 3 of, but the infantry and marksman, maybe, you would want to use 2, but I love 3 just because if I can always pitch, I'm always searching. So even if I can't make a huge push or go for a game, I'm still going to be thinning out my deck, racking up my hand, and, things are just going to go well eventually. So that is the monsters. On to the spells. You have 3 salvage. As I said, I just always want to have discards, so being able to just take stuff from my grave, add it back to my hand, amazing stuff. So, the infantry, the marksman, and I can also grab Gund. And when Gund is discarded, you can summon a Mermail from your graveyard. So that's really powerful stuff. So, you have 2 MST, you have Dark Hole, you have Heavy, Reborn, and Avarice. Those are the spells. On to the traps. You have 3 Abyss Sphere, 2 Torrential, and 1 Abyss Squall. Now, some people, first of all, may not even know what Abyss Squall is. It's a 1-turn Call of the Haunted for 3, yes, 3 of your Mermails. Zoom on in there. There you go. So, it's a really powerful card. I mean, most of the plays are just game ending pretty much because you can potentially bring 3 level 4s from your grave back to the field. Or you can do 2 7s and a 4, a 7, a 4, and a 3. It really depends on what your hand is, because then you can just go into pretty much anything, and that's what, is so powerful. So, now, the reason I'm only using 1. There are a lot of people using 2. I just don't want to get wrecked by Max C. And you may be thinking, well, who's going to be using Max C? But the thing of it is, it's a brand new format. We may think that we have an idea of what the meta is, but we can actually be way off. So with that being said, people are going to be main decking Max Cs. So I don't want to get totally wrecked, because if you think about it, I'm flipping this, they're drawing a card off that alone. So you have 3 guys on the board. Let's say you overlay with 2 guys, they draw. You have a 7 left on the board, can't do anything because it's being summoned in defense. So let's say you have to summon again from your hand and then exceed again. They're going to draw again, and that's just too much advantage. So that's my reasoning for that. Overall, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the build. I was debating taking out Gores, but as I was saying, it's a brand new format. We don't know precisely what all is going to be here. So a card like Gores I may not use because I personally liked it against windups. I mean, yeah, they could call monsters, but, with Mermail, they could call spell or trap depending on what their board is. And Gores can actually keep you alive. And especially just against, random OTKs as well. So, I don't know if Gores will stay in or not because It may be needed, may not. So let's go into my extra deck. Just because I have it sleeved up, I don't normally do that, but Abyss Gaios. You have 2 of those. 1 Big Eye, 1 Gotchi, 1 Bahamut Shark, 1 Straight, 1 Dweller, 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 Zenmains, 1 Catastor Delorean, 1 Armory Arm, Hyper Librarian, Black Rose, and Gungear. So Abyss Gaios, really interesting card because it's a once per turn during either player's turn you can detach, and it's a skill drain for your opponent. So that's really cool stuff, and it's 2800 attack. You just need 2 level 7s. So since we have the Tiases, the Megalos, and Tiases, Megalos, and the lead, and the Gores as well, if you actually want to do that too. You know, you have plenty of targets to go into this. So I don't own a second Big Eye. I was going to maybe mess around with the second one just because of the Abyss Squall, and you know, you are using a surplus of level 7s now. So as you can see, this deck has changed up quite a bit since the last profile that I showed you. Yeah, be on the lookout for updates because this is definitely my deck going into the new format. So you know, I'm sure I'm going to be doing lots of updates, fixes, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. Peace.